Greetings. Welcome to Chapter 4 with TimeRider. Those of you who follow my channel will recall that not too long ago I recreated one of the 5 most valuable Matchbox cars ever made. It was an apple green Mercedes 230 SL. Well, today I'm going to do the second in my attempt to produce all 5 of the 5 most valuable Matchbox cars ever created. The Matchbox 36C Opel Diplomat was released in 1966. There was a pre-release that was colored sea green, and boxes displayed the car in many colors, green, blue, but no matter what, when you opened the box, the car was invariably gold. But the sea green one did fetch $9,000 consistently when they are found, but they're considered to be super rare. And not only is the car itself super rare, but even finding photographs of the car is often hard to do. I found this one on the National Historic Vehicle Register, and then I also found this boxed version in a stock photo somewhere on the internet. I don't even recall where. And the two don't even look to be quite the same color. And I've seen reproductions by other artists that come across as more of a turquoise. So I'm not really sure what the color is supposed to be, but my rendering is what my rendering is, and I'll show you how I did it today. Enjoy. Even the gold versions of this car are a bit more expensive than most Matchbox cars that I've purchased. I paid a whopping $8.37 for this one. That's more than I pay for most. It comes with an opening hood or bonnet with a chrome engine inside. Mine was in fairly good condition. There was a little bit of tarnishing on the engine, and the hood didn't seem like it fit into the opening just quite right. But I purchased it anyway, and I purchased it specifically to do this project. While there are those who would probably take me out back behind the woodshed for stripping the paint off of this, I didn't care. This is what I'm going to do with it, and it's mine to do with as I please. So here's a closer look at the one I got. As you can see, the paint is not too chipped up. The windows are a little bit scratched. It's got that awful white trailer hitch that they all seem to have, white or red or whatever color the interior is. But setting all of that aside, like I said, this is why I bought it, and this is what I intend to do with it. There's nothing special about this one that I didn't do on every other Matchbox that I do. The posts needed to be drilled, the interior needed to be removed, the chrome engine needed to be removed, and the holes needed to be tapped, and the windows needed to be removed. So I decided for this particular video, I'm just going to speed up and get right on by it. I mean, after all, it's what we all do, right? There weren't any special skills required. A drop of oil here, a little bit of tapping there, and in the end, a button screw to hold the whole thing together when I got done. Removing the paint certainly turned out to be a challenge. I could tell by looking at it that I was going to have to use aircraft stripper, that my citrus stripper wasn't going to work. It was kind of a metal flake job, and the metal flake jobs are always more difficult than the solid color jobs. I don't know what they did different with the paint, but it's always tougher. So here I am shooting everything down with the aircraft stripper, after which I let the thing sit and it didn't come off. So I did it again, and then it started to come off, and I did it again, and finally I was able to get the paint off of it, but not without having to try it several times. After what seemed like literally hours, I finally got the model to the point where I could lay a coat of primer on it. I'd gotten the paint off and sat there with my picks and pins and toothpicks and picked that metallic paint out of every crevice and corner of the car. Here I am with some Tamiya light gray, getting ready for the final coat. This was the second model too that I decided to use Pledge as my clear coat. The one thing I did notice is when I use it, I really got to do a good job of cleaning my airbrush. Tends to gunk up a little more than I had expected. I have a feeling that the Tamiya Clear would do the same thing. Honestly, I have no idea how close I got to the color. I saw different photographs that showed it one way, another photograph that showed it another. It was described on some websites as sea green and on others as turquoise. So I did what I thought was going to be the best rendering that I could get from the photos that I saw. And here I am putting a coat of pledge on it, and it did take 2 coats to get a result that I was happy with. I went after that tarnished engine with my chrome pen, trying to make it look as best I could, and actually I was very pleased with the end result. So here we go with final assembly and the back of my hand. I put the windscreen in with a little bit of the flexible adhesive that I've been using, and Marty would be proud because I didn't press it in with my finger. I actually used a cotton bud. Assembly went pretty much normally. Throw my chrome engine in place. Followed up with the interior, including the awful white trailer hitch, and of course the chassis, snapped into place and secured with a button screw. And now all that's left is the final reveal. I will add this too, that before I did this reveal, I upgraded the lights on my workspace. I added a 1400 lumen LED on an overhang that I made out of PVC pipe. But anyway, here it is, my version. The Matchbox 36C Opel Diplomat in sea green. This is Chapter 4 with TimeRider. Please subscribe, share with your friends, and thanks for watching.